guys, welcome back to season 2. This is episode 3 of Coffee Chats with Mo and Bro. I'm Monique and I'm sitting here with my brother Brandon.
Hello everyone, good to be back. Good to be doing another episode with you, sis. So
Nice.
We'll get into
Bro,
it, eh?
good to be here. We are the founders behind Motion Fitness, where we help people with our platform from all over the world transform their lives for the better. We do this through our one-on-one coaching, our nutrition plans, training plans, mindset coaching, and habit stacking. I'm going to pass you over to Brandon. He's going to let you know what we have in store for you today for episode 3.
Cool, so we're back with episode 3. This is part of our Debunking Myth series. So we were just going to discuss and bring up things that we get asked from our clients and just people reaching out and wanting to know the actual hard truths behind how to lose weight and how to build muscle. So this one here, the myth today we're going to debunk is whether or not your effort translates to getting results. And what I mean by that is whether you spend hours on the treadmill, if that's going to speed up your weight loss journey. So that's what we're going to be covering in today's episode. We're going to get down to the actual facts behind what you need to be doing to speed up your results, mainly in terms of losing weight. So as usual, we'll start off with our experiences. So Monique, how have you found going to the gym, training hard, and the results that have come from doing that?
So years ago, my main focus was to lose fat, and I was doing that by not working out with weight training. I was doing that mainly by just really pushing myself with like runs. So I'd go on the treadmill and I'd do pretty much high intensity runs, which I absolutely hated. I've never been a runner. So to just do that and try and stick to it was just something that was not going to stick with me. So it was just having a lack of understanding, and that's what I would do at the very start, thinking that that was going to speed up my weight loss journey, which was completely the opposite thing of what it was doing. So what I understand now is that I need to, and a lot of people need to prioritize weight training and then implement slow, steady state cardio within their weight training regime. So I like to always try and focus on zone 2 training. So that's bit of science, 220 minus your age, and then you do 60 to 70% of that should get you into about zone 2, and just staying on that, which is usually like an incline walk or something like that. So that's what I do after my weight training sessions. And the reason I do it after my weight training sessions is because I want to have as much energy as I can to put into my weight training, because that's going to build more muscle mass, which then also means that I will be losing more body fat just throughout the day because I'm carrying around more muscle. So that's how I found it, just changing from doing, cardio and like really focusing on that to now focusing on weight training with like a little side and a little sprinkle of the steady state cardio in there as well. What about you?
So yeah, I've come from a sporting background. When I was younger, rugby league was my sport. Played at a high level. I'd been through the Warriors.
Little flex in there.
I never saw you playing.
I was over there dancing on world stage. There we go, there's my flex.
You just wanted to drop that in.
Yeah, I needed to.
But yeah, I went through the Warriors development system and played league at a high level. And with that is a lot of running, a lot of fitness, and some of the cardio. Like sometimes you would be vomiting after workouts, or there were times I would go home and literally not be able to sleep all night. And I didn't know what it was at the time, but my nervous system was so fried. Right. I just literally didn't even know if I was asleep or not throughout the whole night. It was just, and that's what happens when you train at that level. And that level is needed to excel at sport at a high level. And my body was obviously good. I was in good shape. But the best shape I ever got into was a few years after footy, and that was where I just focused on my nutrition, my calories, and my weight training. Yeah, I didn't run at all. I did power walks maybe a few times a week, but I didn't run once. I didn't do any ab work, and I did a photo shoot, and that was me in my best shape ever. Yeah. And to be honest, it was easier. Yeah. I didn't feel the need to vomit once because I wasn't pushing myself. I never even sweated too much. Yeah. And that was a sign of when you understand your nutrition, your calories, and your exercise, that's more effective to focus on than slaving away on the treadmill, doing hill climbs, doing sprints, because that is tough. And it depends what you're aiming for. If you want to improve your fitness or you're trying to become an athlete, you are going to need to be fit. But if you're someone who just wants to look good, you're better off putting your energy into understanding food and exercise rather than smashing yourself doing cardio and things that you hate. So that's my experience with this field. Let's now talk about how our clients have interacted with us and things that they've brought up or questions that they've asked and how we've got around them. So you obviously work with the girls. How have you found this approach?
I think it's been very similar to kind of the very start of my journey. Like I said, they'll come to me and they'll be doing a lot of cardio-based stuff, but it's letting them know that they should still be doing cardio, but mainly within Zone 2, because you are still going to be working on your fitness and your cardiovascular health at the same time with Zone 2 and steady state cardio. So that's what we do. I make them do their most enjoyable form of cardio at the end of their weight training session. So that could just be a walk, it could be row, it could be dancing, it could be anything that they literally enjoy, because otherwise there's no point of doing it because they're not going to stick to it. So letting them know just really the science behind it, giving them a bit more knowledge and implementing it after their weight training sessions, and they enjoyed it a lot more, like you say, as well, because they're not bloody dying. It's a lot easier. What's it like working with males?
So obviously one thing I've found is we all have our own beliefs and our own ways of thinking, and that's why this debunking myth episode is to solve these issues. Because a lot of dudes feel the need there, if you want to lose weight, you go for runs. And dare I say it, just from experience, a lot of these dudes are the bigger dudes, and it's just bad information that they've learnt and picked up on. And they might have lost a kilo or two before or lost weight previously by running. But there's got to be an easier way. Like, running sucks, and also if you run...
All the runners listening, runners suck.
You run for different reasons.
Yes.
You run for your mental clarity, you run for your heart health, you run to feel good, the endorphins that come from it. But in order to lose weight, there's better ways and quicker ways of doing it, and that's where what you eat comes into it. But going back to my clients, a lot of them like to run to lose weight, but as a dude, you also want to be looking good. You want to have muscle mass. You want to have that chest, the shoulders, the wide back. And I've never had a dude who said they don't want that. Even if you want to be toned, it's going to require you building muscle. And that's why I think the gym is so important.
Couldn't agree more.
And lifting weights as a dude, such an important thing. You don't want to be running. I don't think many dudes have ever come to me saying they want to look like a marathon runner. Dare I say, no hate to the marathon runners, but that's just straight facts. And that's my experience working with dudes. So get to the gym, lift weights, eat better, and that way you're not going to have to slave away on the treadmill trying to lose weight. So that's how I've experienced it. And that's pretty much sums up our whole topic
Same
today.
with females and males. Nutrition, weight training, like, we are very similar in the ways that we should be, you know, following kind of similar programs. Obviously, there will be slight variations to them, but those are the main ways of trying to lose fat and tone up as well. Rather than doing marathon runs and all that stuff.
Anyway, another good episode, sis.
Yep.
We hope to give you guys some clarity on that so you can understand what you need to be doing to get the best results possible. As always, we're always happy to help you guys out. This is obviously our way of showing you how we work with our clients, but if you ever want to jump on board, there's obviously information. We've got our website, we've got our IG pages, you can ask questions below, and we're happy to help you guys out. So thanks for watching this episode. We look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys. See you next week for episode 4.
That's the one.
Cheers, bro.
Sweet, bro.